world's going on? She got a sewing factory set up in that motor home there. Look at that. Have you ever seen anything like that in your life? Beat all I ever seen. Got a sewing machine in there.
This is the only place I can sew.
Hey, she like.
On the table, but I like it.
She likes it better there. He
got me a big light up here.
She's got that picture window she can see out and watch while she's sewing.
Yeah.
So she's.
More light. In the daytime, it's a lot more light.
Light up here.
At night, I use that light up there.
All right. I just can't believe we got sewing going on in a RV.
Just wait till you see what we're sewing.
Yeah, people riding by looking, wondering what in the world going on up there. There's a car come by here a while ago just creeping along, old man and old lady looking up there at her sewing.
And listen, guess where we're at? We're at Walmart.
We're where?
Walmart parking lot.
Walmart parking lot.
Hey, I'm going to start off like he does. What I'm going to show you how to make today is a soup cozy. See there? Put your bowl in it. My husband always, I don't have one here, but he always brings me, when he brings me a bowl of soup, dish rag until we got this. But this is ideal. Now this one was made from the quilted material that you buy. You can see it's quilted. Because you can also quilt them as you go along, but I don't like to do that. But this one right here is placemat. And it's the one that's curvy, you buy that's curvy, scalloped. I just cut it off, the scallops off of it, and then I measure it. Now you can do most of the cozies is a 10 by 10. If I'm a little short on the fabric, I do a 9 by 9 because it really, you see this didn't matter. This is a 9 by 9. Really, it worked out good for that. But this one right here is a 9 by 9. But I've got some here that I've gotten ready to go. This is a 10 by 10. This is the quilted material that you buy. This is a placemat. Of course, that's the same placemats. Those are 3 I had just alike, so I made those. But this is the quilted that you buy. You actually save a lot of steps by this. Okay, the first thing you're going to do is fold your one side of it. Well, let me tell you what you're going to need first. Now, I don't have a big sewing room like a lot of them that you see. I'm sewing in my RV because we live in our RV. This is up front in my chair, and I just take it down when we don't need it.
She's in the passenger seat.
Yes. This is actually a sewing machine and an embroidery machine. I have not used the embroidery machine yet. I have just gotten this. Lightning hit my other sewing machine, which was a baby lot. This is a brother's, and they're the same. They're the same thing, just name difference. And so I needed another machine. I had a 10 needle commercial machine. It was a baby lot. And I had just traded for that one, so I didn't have it very long. But my grandkids has got out of a lot of the embroidery, so I decided I'd rather just get a new machine since Lightning hit that one. I have never been without one. Anyway, I have to show you kind of in a closed-in spot what you have to have. Now, I like these. Quilters use these, but I like to use these if I don't have to have pens. There's instances that you gotta have pens. But I always have these handy, and I'm going to use them today. Of course, you'll have scissors. You'll need a ruler. I had some of the fraction of the, and you may have those too. I don't know if I have it right here or not. But anyway, the pen that marks, but it doesn't give us a heavy mark, so I chose to use the chalk mark pencil. And that's and your sewing machine, and that's all you're going to need. Okay, first of all, you're going to take it and you're going to fold it like this. Fold it in half. And this is when you're going to use this. I don't pin it much, but I don't want it sliding around. So I'm going to clamp it right here. Okay. Now what you're going to do, you're going to go up here to the fold, and you're going to take this and you're going to mark 2 inches off. Just make your little mark there where you can see it, 2 inches. Okay? And this will come off. You can wipe it off or it'll iron off. Then you're going to come to the raw edge here, and you're going to mark it 1 inch. After you do that, you're going to take and you're going to make a line across there where you marked it. And go like that. Then you're going to come over here to this side, and you're going to do the same thing. 2 inches, just remember, 2 inches on the fold. And 1 inch on the raw edge. This is real simple to make. Just listen, is all you really have to do. Okay, you're gonna mark that too. Okay. You're gonna go to your machine. Trying to find my pedal down here. I have a tendency to push it backwards. Okay. My machine, I've locked the back and I've locked the scissors to cut. I don't know what yours does. But you want to make sure you back stitch it to hold it. You're going to go over here to this side where you marked it. You're going to do the same thing. Okay, so you've got both of those.
Hold it up here where we can see it.
Might can sit like this better.
In the line.
See?
Got them corners sewed down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And what you're going to do, before you go any further than having to double back, you're going to cut them. Not real close. See about there, about 1/8 of an inch. You're gonna cut them where you won't have that extra in your inside. Okay. Now you're going to open it up. And you're gonna do it like this. Why you pin it so you don't want it sliding. You know how to make one after this, Mike.
Yeah.
Okay. What you're gonna do is you're gonna do these other corners the same way you did that one. The fold here, you're going to hit 2 inches. The raw edge, 1 inch. Same way on this one. It ain't want the color, but I got it. And 1 inch on this one. All right, you're gonna find your corners, mark it off. Same way on this one. Okay. I think you probably got the idea now. But we're going to cut that raw edge there. We won't have to come back and deal with it. Take your clips out. You see how you got it there. Do it just like it. The only difference is, you see it's two-sided. I want it to be opposite sides. So when I do this one, I am going to fold it this way. Nope. Yep, this way. That's right. Yep, this way. And do it right reverse and put my right sides together. I'll be back. Okay. We're ready to start the next thing. You see here, I have got both of them done. That's the outside on both of them. And they're different. And the reason I want them different is because I wanted it one side on one side of the cozy and one on the other. So what you're going to do now is take one of them and you're going to put right sides together. You want your outside edges over here. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm going to take these clips, and I'm probably going to use a lot more of them than I've been using on it, than I had before when I was showing you. You're going to match up those corners where you cut it at. You can get some of these clips from Joann's. I actually ordered most of mine. I got my first ones there, but I actually got them on Amazon. You can buy more of them and it's a little cheaper. Okay. You're just going to keep going around it. You want to make sure it matches, it matches up. Okay. Okay, you see what I've done? I've matched it all up. Make sure it's even, but you're going to sew a seam around it to close it up, except for find a spot probably right here. I'll start right here, and I'm going to leave an opening about like that. A little over 2 inches because it gets thick in there. I kind of start on the corner there. It just seemed like it's easier, and I lined it up right there. Okay. You're going to remove that. And just tack it just a little bit and go back. You're going to skip down to about here. You don't want to do it on that corner there. And when you get there to the corner, just kind of start turning it where you'll go up with it. Take your clips out as you go along when you have to. Turn your corner. You're basically going to do the same thing all the way around until you get to where you started. Then you're going to take it out of the machine. I try to, you see how those are? I try to put one way and one the other, and it makes it not thick. It's thick when I'm sewing like this. That was a little bit more there, so just kind of judge it, and I'll cut that off. Just make sure you go back before it's even there. You're going to come up to where you started and just back stitch it.
Okay.
Before you turn it, you want to clip that edge off just a little bit. Don't get it down into your sewing, but just clip it. And remember, we went a little bit more on this one, so I've evened it up and I'm cutting it off where it won't be bulky material in there. And then I'm gonna trim that don't get no closer than that. And that's where you can get your point to it, and then you're gonna have to come back and sew it down again to finish the sewing on it. See right there, just do it right above it. If your edges ain't quite the same, go ahead and do it. Alright, here you're going to do just a little bit here. And that got them. Okay. Here's where you turn it. And it takes a little while to turn it, me especially because of my hands. But I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to turn it, and you're going to turn yours, and we'll go back and show you how to close it up. Okay, we're back. See, I turned it, and I've got the corners out on 3 of the sides. I saved one corner where I could show you. Now, I put my scissors up there if I've got blunt scissors. Now, I've got some scissors it wouldn't be smart to do it, but you can use a dowel or anything that'll poke it out, you know, without going through it. And to get your point there. Okay, I've got all of them done. I just kind of work it around where and on this one, I like the dark sides to be on the outside. You can do either one you want to. But just kind of stick your finger where those darks were that you took up. Push them in from the other side, from the other one. you can, I mean, you can leave as much as you want to leave to turn it. Now I will tell you, it's easier to turn it if the more you leave it open. So if you want to leave it open past that right there, I guess you can. It's just that I think it's harder to close it up. But it's up to you. You're gonna get a poke it in right there and get it like that. Go around all your edges like I said and kind of smooth them out, because what you're fixing to do is you're gonna do you call it, and most of you seamstresses know. Now there's one corner I'm not happy with the way it's out, so I'm gonna go back in and see if I can poke it just a little bit more. Okay, that may come on out. I don't like nothing to look homemade. And when you do your seams and do what the things that I'm doing like this, it won't look it. Okay. Now that's how your bowl's gonna set in it. This is a smaller one, so you might want a smaller boat. It'd still work with this one. But cups, we use cups too. This is a placemat, which they're not as, they're 9x9s. So it's a little bit smaller than some bowls, but it makes a good cup. We'll try a cup in these and see the ones that are a little bit short. But I like it even with that, because you just want it not to keep the. I don't do it for the heat. I do it for the not burning me.
Yeah. Now, when you talk about a cup, you're not talking about a coffee cup. You're talking about a soup bowl cup.
Yeah, like we got.
Yeah, we got cups that we use for soup bowls, big cups. That's bigger than that bowl she's got. And that soup cup will fit in that 9x9 easy.
All right. You just gonna pick a place to start. I don't like to start on the corner. Okay, what you're gonna do here, I am going to make my stitch length just a little bit longer. More of a decorative stitch. You can do, your machine has all kinds of stitches. You could use that and do it, but I'm just gonna close it up like this. There goes my pedal.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah. Okay. You ready? Okay. What we're doing here, I'm guiding it right here by my presser foot here. You can make it as wide as you want, but I say you can. You've got to make sure you don't get no wider than what that stitch is you're closing up. So your machine will go do different. But mine's gonna close it up right here. Because I'm gonna put it right up. This is top stitching.
This is called top stitching.
Top stitching, yep. Okay. See, you can tell I made that a little bit wider so it's a little bit prettier, especially on this kind of material. And you just round it on around with it. What I try to do, if you'll notice, is come on out with that flat that you can do, and it'll make it a lot easier. See what I'm saying? Go ahead and mash it out, because you can always take it back the other way. because you want it to get these corners really good and not form a pleat or anything in it. Just making sure I wasn't the one to close up. Okay, we're almost around it. See how I flatten it out there? I didn't come out quite as much as I wanted to, so I backed her up. And the reason I did that is because I want to make it where it makes sure it gets this other stitch in here. Alright, this is where we're coming to the end. You back stitch where you get it. There wasn't one on the other side. Mash them corners out. Okay, I'm going to come back in just a few minutes. That is the finished product, but I want to show it with you with a cup. Okay, he got me a cup. It's his, Colorado, but I use this a lot for myself with chicken and rice. Put it in it, and you always got a handle. But see, you can hold it there, and you're not going to burn yourself.
Here's the one with a bowl.
And yes, and here's the one with the bowl. If you get tired of that side showing, you can just reversible and turn it over. But that's the way it is. That's the way it sits. It sits really good. Now my husband came up with another idea for you RVers. Because when we travel, our dishes cling sometimes if you don't. Yeah, if you don't put. I'm bad to put dish rags in between them. But then I have to refold my dish rags and put them up. So these would be pretty good if you put them in between bowls or whatever you want. They want.
You can make you some little round flat ones for plates.
See, you could have that. Look at there. You could do that. Put you another bowl on top of it or what, but it would keep your bowls from clinking.
Flatten it.
Okay, that's your Cozies. That's the lesson for today. And I'll be back in a few days with something else.
I'm glad I made this journey with you.
We pray we'll see you in the rapture.